You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. No,
Hey,
I can't say Dante.
But you have an accent, that's fine. But it's Dante with an A. Dante's
Boxing Nation. Dante.
Yeah. See, let me see.
Hi, Dante.
Let me see you say it. Can you say it?
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Yeah.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So in a recent interview that Manny Pacquiao did, he basically stated his keys to victory. He said he has to stop Chris Algieri from running. Now, I want to tell you guys what I think Manny Pacquiao needs to do to win this fight against Chris Algieri. But before I get into that, let's talk a little bit more about exactly what Manny Pacquiao said. He said, I have to stop him from running. Usually when you hear a fighter say something like that, I have to stop him from running, he's just a runner, all he does is run, or after the fight, all he did was run, like Brandon Rios said about Mike Alvarado in the rematch. Not saying that Manny Pacquiao is a Brandon Rios, but usually when you hear a fighter say that, that is a clear indication that that fighter has a problem adjusting. That's the exact translation. It means you don't have the same confidence that you would have if a guy was coming forward, putting his hands down so you can hit him, you can use all of those beautiful angles and win an easy fight, right? Listen, if you are comfortable and confident with your skills, you're not concerned what type of style your opponent brings to the ring. When Mike Tyson was at his best, he didn't give a damn if you was 100 miles and running, if you was holding, if you was scratching and kicking. He was still gonna most likely knock you out. Every opponent that Mike Tyson faced damn near was either quote unquote running or holding, and it never deterred or discouraged Mike Tyson. When it comes to a fighter like Floyd Mayweather, I remember when Floyd fought Juan Manuel Marquez. Everyone's main concern was Floyd Mayweather's fighting against a terrific counterpuncher. Even I was curious to see how is Floyd going to deal with such a great counterpuncher. I mean, don't get me wrong. I knew he was going to win, but it was just intriguing to see how he was going to deal with a counterpuncher. But with Floyd Mayweather knowing that Juan Manuel Marquez was a great counterpuncher, never in an interview did Floyd Mayweather say, I have to stop him from doing this. I have to stop him from doing that. Floyd Mayweather always said, it doesn't matter what he does. I can adjust to whatever you bring to the dance, right? I mean, if I hand you my car keys and I say go to the store and go bring us something back, and your first response is, okay, well, I have to make sure I do it without getting into an accident. If you say some shit like that and you're not even being sarcastic, then guess what? You ain't driving my damn car. Because if you got to question your skills of driving to the liquor store and back, that means you're probably not that good of a driver. Okay? Because usually if you hand somebody your car keys, they just take the keys and they say, what you guys want me to bring back? And that's the end of the discussion. You're not worried about getting into an accident because you have confidence in your driving ability. Manny Pacquiao is like a really nice sports car. He is the Fast and the Furious. But the only problem is, this car has no brakes. So imagine if you're going 110, 120 down the street, and then you find out you have no brakes. There's a very good chance you're going to get into a damn accident, right? And we already know that Manny Pacquiao has been involved in 3 accidents already in his professional career. 2 of those accidents were against very unknown fighters, and the last one was recent against Juan Manuel Marquez. And in all 3 of those accidents, Manny Pacquiao was at fault. He used poor judgment. So we've established that Manny Pacquiao, he has all of the speed and he has no brakes. If you want to be an all-around fighter in this sport of boxing, you have to learn how to pump your brakes. Okay? So with that all being said, let's go ahead and get into the keys to victory for Manny Pacquiao against Chris Algieri. I believe in order for Manny Pacquiao to secure a victory over Chris Algieri, he needs to sell out. He needs to go outside of his comfort zone. What he really needs to do is he needs to imitate fighters like Tim Bradley and Shawn Porter. I think the blueprint is right there in both of their fights against Devin Alexander. Because what they were able to do against Devin Alexander is take away his reach, not give him a chance to even think, and smother him so much to where he couldn't even breathe. That's what Manny Pacquiao would have to do against Chris Algieri. And if Manny Pacquiao were to implement that style, he would probably do it better than Shawn Porter and Tim Bradley, just because of his natural hand speed and his combination of power as well. But the only problem is that's not Manny Pacquiao's style. Manny Pacquiao is not an inside fighter. Manny Pacquiao, he likes to be at a distance where he can land that long, straight left hand. Manny Pacquiao is not a Ruslan Provodnikov type fighter that throws a lot of hooks. The only time I really see Manny Pacquiao throwing a lot of hooks is if he has you pinned up against the ropes. Now, when Pacquiao gets you pinned up against the ropes and you're just shelled up in defense mode, that's when you will see terrific combinations by Manny Pacquiao, right? But when it comes to the center of the ring, Manny Pacquiao, he's darting in and out with a lot of feints, trying to set up his left hand. You know, he likes to throw the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 type of combinations. So when Manny Pacquiao says, I have to stop him from running, that means he's going to have to cut off the ring. And the problem for Manny is, Manny couldn't even cut off the ring when he was fighting against a handicapped Tim Bradley in the first fight. You got Tim Bradley hobbling around the ring, but he's outboxing Manny Pacquiao in the championship rounds. And Manny Pacquiao, he started to look more and more frustrated as those rounds progressed. So the good news for Manny Pacquiao is there is a blueprint on how to possibly beat Chris Algieri. But the bad news is Chris Algieri's footwork is just as good as Tim Bradley's, if not better. Now, as for Chris Algieri, there's always a possibility that the lights could be too bright for Chris, and he could just freeze up. He could possibly get caught with something early and go into defense mode. I mean, it's just a possibility. But, you know, I'm really looking forward to watching this fight. I can't wait to watch it. Chris Algieri, he looks great in training. Manny Pacquiao is looking great in training. This will be a very interesting fight. All right? That's pretty much all I got, guys. I'm on to the next one.